combine, it's so beautiful when we combine. It's incredible when we combine. Feels like a musical when we combine. We're so powerful when we combine. Yeah. Oh, 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 yeah. We're so powerful when we combine. Yeah.
All right, I had a little fun this morning doing that little video, impromptu. But however, that's how my morning goes. When I'm preparing and prepping for the next day. And today, actually, I'm prepping for mini rotis. Not just your regular big rotis, but the mini ones that you have a little get together, a little family time, or even a little catering that I do every now and then. The mini rotis come in just in time. So stick with me, stick around. This is my prep day. And then tomorrow we'll start that cooking going on. Having a lot of fun in the kitchen today. All right, so this is it right here. This is my split peas. I already washed it out. A little water in there. Now here you are, mommy pot again, because what you need here now is your water temperature, not hot, room temperature. Even light chill, that is fine. But your water is not hot. Believe me, it's not hot. Because you have your peas. Now you're going to pour your peas because you already washed it out carefully. As your fingers are clean also, don't forget that. You pour everything inside of here. All of your peas. Now, always remember, whenever you're cooking, have everything at hand. You don't want to be running all over the kitchen to fumble and hurt yourself. I always, for safety first, stir that up. Now what I like to do too, and I've seen maybe a few people have done this, is add a little saffron before you start. Maybe a half teaspoon. Let's put it like there. A little saffron powder in there. You stir it up a little. Gentle, don't add anything else. I don't add salt, I didn't add. If you're doing your own thing, no. But this is it right here, all natural. Place that down here, light your stove, and let it start cooking. Now you notice your water is above the peas, so it gives it enough time to boil, just to come to the right texture. And the consistency that you have, you will see how it will go. And I will come back again to show you different step-by-step of what your peas will be doing as it is boiling and getting to that right consistency that you're looking for. If you notice, you stand to have some little foam on top of here, like this. You just scoop that out. Some of them have actually disappeared a little. But once you have that, you start scooping it out. Especially if you're doing a large amount. If you're doing a large amount, you'll notice you start foaming up on top here. You don't want that. Because the more it cooks, actually, it will... I've seen it and I've actually experienced this part to where it came over the pot because it boiled so much and that foam came up. So I've learned, hey, keep attention. Never walk away from your pot and leave it alone. It always needs that loving care and attention because that's what happened with your fire. You're spilling and not paying attention to what you're doing. So keep your eyes on your pot. Once it starts to foam up, have your bowl next to you, take a spoon and do that. That's why when you're cooking, it's like, yeah, you're making love making because you don't want to start something and run across the room and coming back. Stick around, do what you have to do, pay attention. Be safe at all times. Let it keep on boiling. And one thing you're going to do every time you check your peas. So you know how we do it back home. This is still hard. It is still hard. If it's pressing and it's not moving at all, it's not budging, it's not ready. So leave it, let it do its thing, and when it's ready, it will come back to you. All right, look at this. Time to go now. Squeeze that. I know I'm a customer, so you see, I just grab the peas and I just squeeze it. You all be careful. Look at that. You see how it's squeezing up? Right into the sea. You're not making any dal. No, it's just right. So what we need to do now is, first of all, turn off your stove. Let's get that going. Like I say, you're always ready. Make sure you grab this and because your pot hot. So now we're going to strain it out. Come follow me right over here. Take your time. You see? It's hot. So you strain it. Oh, hear that now. Please take your time to turn it over. And get all that peas inside of there. And now it will cool down. I'll scrape out a little in a minute. Take your mittens off here. Shake up your water a little, let it cool down, and we'll come back when it's time to start grinding. But you see how nice? It's not mushy, it's still loose. So let it cool down, and we'll come back and I'll show you the process of grinding it to get a nice texture. Make your roti nice. Okay. Alrighty then, so here it is, the peas nice and cool, nice room temperature, just the way we want it. Look at it, right here. So if you notice, right on this side here, I do have the garlic, and I have a nice little Scotch bonnet pepper, and I have a little cilantro. Now putting this in here in your little roti, making the peas, let's say, a lot of flavor for you, make it nice and tasty. So let's put this inside of here, no delay. Let's keep on going on with this. All right. Because it's cool down more to a room temperature. That's what we're looking for, a nice room temperature. Because a little piece of garlic in here, a few little leaves. Because I tell you, once you bite into that roti, a nice little Scotch bonnet there, and you put it on. Okay. Put it on. Now you stop for a minute. You take this. Now take a wooden or maybe a plastic spatula because you don't touch your blade. And you just move it around. If it's not proper, it's not grinded the consistency you're looking for inside of that roti, you place it again and go for it. Worky, let's work this thing, man. Come on. So let's try it again. You're looking for that nice, smooth consistency. You know, if you had those, back in the days when we had them nice handheld grinder, there you go. Make sure it's nice and smooth, good for your roti. So once you put it in your flour, you roll that out, you're ready to eat it up. So let's keep on going. Process it, worky until you get it nice and smooth and it's good to go. Let's keep on. I think you're looking good, yes? Nice and sexy. So you take it, dust this off right here, place it there, and take the wooden one. And now look at that. You see how that is? Nice and smooth. Just the way you want it. And that will be good. So remember, today is all prepping. Today is prepping. You're taking your time because tomorrow you're going to put that roti on that plate in there and cook it up. So take your time. This is all a prepping day for you. Just prep it and put it aside. Right there. What a morning. Okay, now it's day 2 into making my mini rotis, because I already did my peas yesterday. I grind the peas. I know you all get to see that part, but today is the flour part. Adding the peas to your flour. How is it done? What size you're going to have, and actually what is being prepared for it. That is something for another time. But what I'm focusing on today is making those mini rotis just for you when you're having your parties or a little get together. So we're going to get started on today. Okay, roti making time. Back to my mini rotis so you can see what's going on here. I have my flour already kneaded. I'll sprinkle some right here because we need to make this little ball of the size that you will want. So we just roll a little here, bring it in together. There we are. Not too much. You don't want to over knead your flour. Just nice and soft right here. You see how nice that's going? So I'll start pulling out my ball right here. It's a little gooey, maybe a little dust, a little flour here and there, and keep it going. That's a lot. There's a small piece right here. Going and going. Just a little. Now, depending on how big you want them. Some of them can be very, very small. I mean, not too small to where you won't get whatever filling you need in it, or what you desire. That's no problem at all. I make them small like this. Maybe a little more flour, dust a little here and there. You don't want to over knead your flour. Over exhaust it. Let's just put it that way. So let me just do a few so you can just see what it is I'm talking about. 4 of them at a time is no problem at all. Let's move that flour a little way from there, and you get it going here. Tuck it in, because you already know how you need in your flour. Just a nice little size right here and here so you can get to see. Cover this and put it up. Don't forget, wash your hands. Now, to our peas. Remember, I already grind the peas, right? And you notice when the water was boiling, I didn't add salt to it. Add salt to your desired taste. But I can tell you this will make your roti really different. Grind up jeera. You just sprinkle. Now you notice I didn't do it before. And now I wait, because when you put away your peas, you don't want the jeera in the peas. It gives it a little bitter taste. You know, jeera is quite strong. So this is how you do. You just season it up a little. You already have your little garlic in here. You have the pepper and a little piece of cilantro inside there. So now you sprinkle up a little bit more, not to overwhelm it. Give it a nice little flavor. So you can eat it with or without any type of filling at all. So you have it like that. You stir it up a little. Nice flavor. Oh, if you smell this thing, I'm telling you, you're ready to eat. So let's open up these here. Put a little more flour. Open it up to your desired width, to enough to hold the peas in there, just like if you're doing a little bigger one. Cup it in there. Sprinkle a little of that, and you take a nice little tablespoon. There you go. Now you pull it in like if you're making the same big roti you usually do, and there you go. You see? Nice and simple. Once again, a few of these. But you know what I was just thinking too? What for those who, you know, your big roti? Let's put a little bit in there, and you keep on going. Let's do it nice and simple. Real there. Nice and simple. You flatten it out. I'm just doing 4 so you can see. You put the peas in there and you pull it together. Tuck it in, and there you go. One last one. I want to keep all your time like that. But just to give you an example of the things you can do, just for the family, the children, they don't want a whole big roti to waste it all over the place. And you get it there nice and smooth, and you tuck it in there. Okay? Most of the time you even let it raise a little, but like to do to time purposes, let's move along. Let me get my rolling board. Right here, I'll get a little of this. Wash my hands real quick here. Step aside. And you can go to your rollout. You see what I tell you? Have everything close by so you won't be running all over the place. You have your roll-out board, you dust your flour there, and the first one you have, that's what you do. Look at that. You dust, not too much, you know, not too much flour. And then you start to roll it out. There you go. And this is a nice process, you see? Your desire width, or how big or how small you wish to have it. But once again, remember what I'm saying is your mini roti. I like to just dust it, flip it, and keep on going. Take your time, put that pressure on there, and roll it out. There's your desire. And to me, that's a nice little size right there. You don't think so? Yes, right there. Enough to when you want to put or add anything to it, you get it right there. Let's do another one real quick. And then we can move on to our cooking. And I'll show you how nice it is when you cook it up. And actually how you have to fill it too. I have a little thing. I'll have a little extra something to show you what to do when it is you have all these little mini rotis. And whatever you have at home in the kitchen, just saute it up, curry it up, whatever it is, no time at all. And once again, I'll tell you and remind you, if you have a whole lot of peas while you were prepping, and you say, you know what, I have enough, I don't need to use all of this, I prefer, and I don't know, maybe you could try it, put away the peas without putting the jeera. You could freeze it for another time. When you're ready to use it, then add your jeera, another seasoning that you may need to have in your seasoning, in your peas per se. So let's get this roll out here, and I get in my platen ready for cooking time. All right, time for cooking. But if you notice, safety, who have seen me before, you know my protection here, it's not burning up my hands. Also your stove, be protective at all times. Safety first. Once you have a gas stove, and this even if a gas stove or not a gas stove, what I did, I take a foil paper, cover up, because you're dealing with oil, cover up your other burners, because you don't want oil to accidentally spill in that. You didn't pay attention to it. You light up that stove, boom, I'm telling you, pay attention. So therefore I put a protection, get your foil, cover this area, always protect yourself. So my platen is there, is nice and hot. Not too overwhelmed, so just keep it on your low. So right here now, I could place this on top here. Everything is clean, secure, and safe. Always safe. This straight from Trinidad. So I usually had a different brush, the one we made before, but now I can't find it, so bear with me. So you just dip in here. This is your oil right here, your vegetable oil, and you place it right here on your little tower, your platen per se. And you put it so. What I will do is add a little more heat because I had it sitting here. Just make it nice and hot, but not too hot. So let's see what we could do, because you want your roti, once it hit that there, that is it, you know. You're right. Okay, everything is going good. Time to start cooking. Time to start getting it ready. I'm telling you, dust out whatever you have to dust out extra and place it on here. You can always hear the little sizzling. Put it up a little higher here. I know, sometimes I add a little oil to it first. Just a little. You're not oiling it down like you're frying your bake. That's nice. Pat it up a little there. And you will hear it. You hear that nice little sizzling going on. And you flip that there. Press it down, let it get some heat. Put a little more. There's no grease all over the place. Just a little here and there. Put a little more heat on that thing there. And you can hear it. And you can see it. Let it cook it. Oh, look if you can really smell this thing here. I'm telling you. See, you press it on a little and let the heat do its thing, man. No rush. Don't rush your food. Flip it again. And you're letting it cook on both sides, depending on the temperature of your platen. So I had it on a little warm for a while. I don't want to crank it up too much because you'll burn up your little roti. You don't need all that heat. You see? And you keep on flipping it there until you get your real nice thing. And put up just a little bit more. There we go. Play with it a little. Flip. And you'll hear it cooking on both sides. Even if it's small, you want to make sure it cook nice. You don't want it gooey, 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 gooey. Somebody biting into some gooey set of roti you have there. You see? Don't rush it. It had a temperature already, so I'm just working with what I have here. Usually I have a bigger platen, but for this I have a smaller platen. And you know, Mommy, once again, I borrowed from Mommy. So, Mommy comes a long way. When you have a mother like mine, she comes straight from Trinidad, you know, she wants to work with everything. Except in Mommy, you can't come up here with mango. You just try to hide it, but we wouldn't tell on Mommy. So here it is. You'll notice that nice little brown thing going on here. You can tell your roti cooking. And there you are. Put it in here. Grease it again. A little. At least again a little more hotter. I don't want it to soak up all that oil. So, yeah. You hear that? A little more oil with that. And we'll start to cook. The more heat you get, the better it is. But you're just going to have to monitor it. Yeah, that heat hitting it now. There we go. You see it? Is that heat it wanted? And as you go along, you just adjust your heat. There it is. I can get in it now. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Yeah. Now that looking sexy. Woo woo. So you just play with the heat a little. Your first one might look like that, like you're trying something. But this one, I'm telling you, it's on point. Woo. I like that. Just a little. Nothing too much. Grab another one, you just have it already rolled out. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Just turn up there a little. Add a little something here. And there you go. So this is just a few I'm making right now. Just so that you see, you know, the little process of how it's done. Nice and sexy. Just take your time. And I guess this will be for some people who, you know, haven't you put your hand to making a big one, but you want to just practice on the small ones. This is the way to go. I would think instead of you doing a whole big set of big rotis, practice with some small ones first. And you'll see it will go a long way. The more you do it, the better you become. I had to do it a lot of times. So I have one more, but this is something I want to show you. Let me do that right there. And guess what I did? To show you a little difference, let me pull this one from behind here. Now this is your large roti. So this is what you will get when you go to the roti shop. This is the bigger one. So let's do it like this. It fits nice on this platen right here. Okay, you can see that steaming up. You just help yourself. Check all your corners. Make sure you cover it up real nice. And you take this here, watch yourself, and you flip it. Look at that. And you add a little oil again. Nothing too much. Just like you're basting it a little. Check your corners though. Check your corners. Check the ends of it actually, not just your corners, but your ends of it. And you dance it around like that. Take your time. Because you had that heat going there already. Okay, help it out a little. Look at that. See? Now as you notice, even if you put your little oil here and there, it's not getting on your other burners to just destroy your entire stove. Because outside we gotta do it good. bit here. All right, look at that. And that is your dal puri, the one with the peas in it. Now for next time, we could do some bus up shot. That will be your paratha. This is your dal puri, the one with the peas, and bus up shot is the one that, you know, and we say bus up shot. It really is a bus up shirt because the way you tear it up and you gently flip it back and forth. But remember when I tell you I have a nice little something for you, a little surprise? So then we're going to do, I'm going to show you it. So stay to the end of it. When I finish doing my last roti, I will show you what fillings we could put in it and make it look sexy and taste delicious. Wait and you will see. Give me a couple of minutes and I'll show it to you, okay? All right. Now, there it is. This is the end. Now, you remember I promised you to show you a little something to the end. So if you notice here, you have your small roti and one of the large roti. Just to show a little difference. But check out what I did. I did some curry chicken, boneless, remember that. Saute up a little spinach at the side. And then I did the chana and the potato. Chana and aloo. I curry it down. Now, if you notice, it does not have a lot of sauce. The reason for that is once you put it in there, when your people biting it, you don't have a lot of sauce coming out because that is more for like if you dip in your dal puri, not just your dal puri, but your bus up shot. So let me put this together and I don't want to waste any more of anybody's time. Nice little roti, nice and soft. So let's do the chicken. Let's prepare the chicken first. So I'll put a little bit of this, your chana and potato. Remember something small, you're having a nice little party going on, so you're not putting up a whole bunch of stuff because you do have to wrap it. And you will see, cut up your chicken real small. There you go. How about just a little sauce because the sauce from the chicken is what is going to be there to keep it nice and moist. Right? And not a lot, just a little because remember it is a mini roti. And then however you wish to fold it, I do it like that. I like to do it like that. And then you flip it over. And bam! Check that out. Sexy. This is your chicken roti. All right, so I'm going to put this aside so I can show you another one. I'll put this light on right there. Now this one here, I always like to keep in mind for people who do not have either chicken or is a vegetarian. When you're inviting your friends, you know how they're a little different here and there? No problem. You could always cater to different people, different time, using one item. So you already have your mini roti, and this is what you'll do. You could add a little aloo, and if you notice, a different spoon, different. I'm not mixing it. I have respect for people who is coming into my home, or even if I'm catering it. I believe in all fairness, if they say, did you cook it? Yes, I cook it, but it is separate until we put it together. And then you add a little spinach to it. You already sauteed it up. Now this could come with your tamarind sauce, a hot sauce, a cuchilla. Oh, don't get me started. You do the same thing. You wrap it like that, just like if you were doing a big roti. Look at that. Sexiness right there. And you're respecting everybody. You have your chicken, and then you have your veggie roti right here. No fuss, no fuss. You don't have to go nowhere else and find anything else. You have it right at home. Now, this is our traditional roti. When you go to the roti shop and say, hand me a roti. But we put in everything inside of here. So here what we're doing, we put in some of this right here. You're mixing it up real good there. A little bit of that. You can put your spinach in here too. I'm telling you, is anything roti, everything roti. Gosh, I'm studying that cuchilla, you know. Man, a curry mango. Oh, yes, I put too much spinach. I only thinking about that cuchilla. I'm thinking about that cuchilla. Now you put some chicken on top of here. And remember, you could either do bone or boneless for your big roti. Put a little sauce on top there. Oh my gosh, look at that. There you go. Check it out. So you're wrapping your roti. There you go. There you go. And bam. Check out your sexy roti right here. The deliciousness. So this is what I did today. It took me 2 days, which I show you the prepping method, and then I bring it into making the roti. Now is this thing put in together that will make a wonderful meal, a delicious meal for anyone that's coming to visit you. Whether it's holidays, whether it's just a little get together in the evening time, it's always good to prepare. So this is what I have in mind. I'm looking forward, maybe I'll do a little YouTubing. I haven't done anything like that before, so I'm really looking forward to it because I really enjoy preparing these meals for whoever is coming by or just for my home, for my family to enjoy. But however, I like to come to your home and share it with you. So I do believe I'm thinking about it, maybe a YouTube channel. Just tell me what you think. Maybe you have some suggestions or something in mind or some meals that you'd like to see me prepare. So just stay tuned. I'm thinking about some more stuff, but more healthy maybe, more sexy, whatever it is, you just let me know, okay? Just hit me up now.
We're so powerful when we combine.